If you've tried so many diets to try and lose weight, but deep down you know that until you address your food addiction, nothing is going to work, then stick around because in this video today, I'm going to share with you the secret to overcoming food addiction and to actually losing weight without dieting or even focusing on food. So if you're excited about this topic, please give this video a like so I know to make more videos like this for you. Hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a new video. And in case you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Debbie Lichter, food addiction expert and founder of the Freedom Embodied Academy. And I help high-achieving women who've tried practically every diet out there, but who still get stuck in the sabotage cycle, have actual lasting freedom from food addiction and food obsession so that you can feel comfortable in your skin and have the confidence to be authentically you and shine your light in the world. Okay, so overcoming food addiction comes down to one thing: getting free from what is driving you to food in the first place. And to understand what is driving you to food in the first place, we have to talk about what food addiction is, which is something I go way more into in this video right here. But essentially, food addiction is when you use food or food thoughts to distract or numb yourself from an underlying discomfort and dis-ease that when you try to stop doing, you find that you can't. What this means essentially is that when you don't feel okay inside, let's say you're feeling agitated or irritable or annoyed, or you feel disconnected or lost or alone, when you have that underlying dis-ease and discomfort, it's going to drive you for an external source of ease and comfort. And that external source of ease and comfort is found oftentimes in food. Food provides that temporary relief or distraction or just way to numb out and not have to deal. So how do you stop that cycle of using food for that temporary relief or distraction or way to numb out and not deal? You address the underlying discomfort and dis-ease, and you learn how to cultivate an internal state of ease and comfort. Because when you have an intrinsic feeling of being at ease inside, when you feel like you're okay no matter what, or you feel safe inside or comfortable in your own skin, you no longer need to go outside of you for that external source of ease and comfort because you already feel filled up inside. This is what has the food problem falling away. This is what has the food addiction and the food obsession just go away without any diets, without any food plans, without you even focusing on food. Now, this is not an overnight thing. In my experience, this requires us to get honest and to be willing to go on a deeper journey. But if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired and ready to be done with your food addiction for once and for all, then, this is the path that I have found that is the most effective way to have lasting freedom from food addiction. So if you want to learn more about how to cultivate that internal state of ease and comfort and get on your path of lasting freedom from food addiction, I will leave a link in the description box below for you to download my Freedom from Food Clarity Guide. It goes into way more detail about all of that. Okay, so now you know the key to overcoming food addiction is to address your underlying discomfort and dis-ease and cultivate an internal state of ease and comfort that makes the food problem fall away. But what's the secret to losing weight without dieting? Well, to understand that, we need to talk about something called internal heaviness. Now, I have a lot of folks who struggle with food addiction come to me telling me that they want to lose weight. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But what I have seen over and over again as I've decoded my own struggle with food addiction and also just observed countless other people in the last decade is that when it comes to food addiction, whether we are overweight or underweight or average weight, there is this common factor of having a heaviness going on inside, a way that we are weighed down internally, whether that's through fear or resentment or blame or shame or remorse or regret or grief or guilt. Just post a comment below if you relate to having some form of internal heaviness going on. What I also find is that we tend to not pay attention to that internal heaviness because we are so obsessed with food or with trying to lose the external heaviness. But it's there. And as long as we have that internal heaviness, even if we lose weight, we will not feel any lighter. And if we don't feel any lighter, we will not have freedom from food addiction. This is why it is so important to address this internal heaviness, because when we can get free and clear of the things that are weighing heavy on us internally, we can feel lighter and freer internally. And when we feel lighter and freer internally, it will translate into an external lightness. For some people, that will mean losing 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or more pounds. For others, that will mean having the confidence to be authentically you and to shine your light in the world. For other people, that will mean feeling more joy and feeling more lighthearted and more carefree. And for others, it will be all of those things. Now, I want to be really clear. I am not saying that everybody who is thin is internally light and everybody who is carrying extra weight is internally heavy. I personally was at my absolute heaviest and most miserable when in the peak of my food addiction, I was physically thin because I was using drugs and stimulants and over-exercise to try and curb my appetite. What I am saying, though, is that if you want to have freedom from food addiction and food obsession and to lose weight and to keep it off, then the most effective way that I have personally seen is to address what is weighing heavy on you internally. If you know this to be true for yourself and you want to learn more about this pathway of freedom and internal lightness, again, I highly recommend that you download the Freedom from Food Addiction Clarity Guide. The link for that is in the description box below. And if you would like more personalized support in identifying what is weighing heavily on you internally and put together a specific plan for you to get on your path of freedom, I will leave another link in the description box below for you to schedule a call with my team where we can help you with exactly that. So now you know the secret to overcoming food addiction and losing weight without dieting and without even focusing on food. So if you got some value here today, please go ahead and like this video. Make sure to subscribe, watch this video next, and I will see you next time.